Good morning, gamers, and welcome to today's video. Today, I'm going to be covering everything in Minecraft Update 1.20.5, aka the Armadillo update. Now, throughout the community, there has been some misconception about what update the Armadillo will actually be added in. The majority of people believe it's 1.21, which rightfully so. Most mob vote mobs are added in the next major update, and it's very unlike Mojang to add a lot to a minor update. But in this case, 1.25 will include the Armadillo, wolf armor, and major improvements to wolves. So very surprising and a very large update for a minor update. Um, this is, I think it's bigger already than the Buzzy Bees update, and that was a full major release version, which is very interesting. But the numbering for whatever update it is for Bedrock, I believe currently it's looking like 1.20.8. But that could change. Bedrock is a little odd with their numbering and how they release stuff. But essentially, before 1.21 is we can go by for both versions. So the main highlight is this new mob, the Armadillo. The Armadillo is the winner for last year's Minecraft mob vote. A very controversial one. Uh, we're not going to get into that in this video. But yeah, the Armadillo will spawn in two biomes, the Savannah and the Badlands biomes. This is its spawn egg. The Armadillo, similar to how a chicken will occasionally lay an egg, will occasionally shed a scute. So this new item right here is the Armadillo scute. And it can be obtained that way from just it dropping its own scutes randomly, or you can use a brush on the Armadillo and you can actually brush off its scutes, which is very interesting. It does take up a lot of durability though, which is also very interesting. But yeah, this scute is very useful. But let's get into some characteristics of the Armadillo first. So basically, when the Armadillo is frightened, it will roll up into its shell. And then it'll stick its head out and check if the coast is clear. And if it is, it will unroll. If not, it'll stay in its shell. And yeah, so basically the Armadillo is afraid of players running. And most hostile mobs, it seems to be mostly undead mobs. So like skeletons, phantoms, zombies, etc. But yeah, when the Armadillo is shelled up, it'll actually grant it some protection. So much so that some light attacks, like a punch, the damage will be completely negated, which is very interesting. I've seen a lot of people have like ideas for soccer with the Armadillo coming out. So I think that's a fun and funny and cute idea people could have. But yeah, as you've seen there, so the Armadillo just stuck its head out, showed its head no, coast was not clear, and went back in, and now it is clear because it's not taking damage anymore, and it's going out and about. So we are going to actually head into creative mode real quick, and we are going to go to a Badlands biome. So we're going to see if we can find ourselves a naturally generating armadillo. So you'll find the armadillos here in this biome, the Badlands, and the Savannah. Originally, when it was first implemented, it was exclusively the Savannah. But then later weeks, they added it to the Badlands as well, which I think is a very much needed and very well received change, because it adds life to two biomes that were relatively dead previously. I'm still hoping and holding out to get actual biome revamps for the biome votes, a couple years ago, but obviously that's not something likely for this update. So the armadillos actually eat spider eyes, and that's how you can breed them. So you get two armadillos here and give them both spider eyes. They will actually, they'll actually make love. And here we have our baby armadillo. This baby armadillo runs around very fast. I think it's very cute. The armadillos have like a little wobble to them. I think it's very interesting. And yeah, I'm a big fan personally of the armadillos actually. I voted for the penguin myself. But I think the Armadillo is actually a very good choice. And as far as mob vote mobs go, I think the Armadillo has been implemented the best. But yeah, Back to the spider eyes. Since armadillos eat spider eyes, they actually have a unique mechanic where they will scare spiders. Yeah, look at that. That spider wanted nothing to do with the armadillo. He realized the armadillo was there and just ran for it, which is funny because a massive spider will run from these armadillos, and the armadillos are way smaller than the spiders. But the spiders know that the armadillos will eat them if given the chance. I think it's a very interesting and cool, like, kind of like world building little interaction that they have. And as the armadillos get closer, the spiders just booking it. But yeah, I think it's a definitely fun little addition that they put in there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, moving on. Get the right chords in here. Moving on. The Armadillo Scute can be used to craft a new item, that being wolf armor. So we'll take this little Scute that dropped from the armadillo. Oh, it's not going to give me that one. And you basically will need 6 armadillo scutes to craft wolf armor. So if you're going in just using the brush method, you need to bring 2 brushes, as you've seen, because you only get 4 scutes per brush. So the crafting recipe for wolf armor is this lowercase h in the crafting recipe. In the crafting table. And then we have ourselves some wolf armor. Now, wolf armor can actually be dyed in the crafting table as well. And on Bedrock Edition, wolf armor can be dyed in a cauldron. I don't know why they haven't brought that change over to Java Edition. It's a very interesting difference, but whatever, I guess. So something interesting about the wolf armor being dyeable. So we have the 16 colors we have, which we can do like that, or we can actually overlay multiple colors and then come out with some very interesting combination of all the colors that we put in there. Which is exactly how leather armor works. So however many combinations we have with leather armor, we actually have with wolf armor. And speaking of wolf armor, let's equip our newly dyed armor onto this wolf right here. And the wolf armor will, as I said, be crafted with 6 armadillo scutes and can be dyed any color, multiple colors as well. And the wolf armor will grant protection, 100% protection, to wolves for most damage types. The only damage types that it will not protect against is obviously like falling into the void or magic damage, so like potions of harming and whatnot. Other than that, it will negate fall damage, creeper explosions, fire, lava, etc., as long as the wolf armor is on the wolf. Now, the wolf armor itself will take durability. So if I take this trident here and hit it with a crit, that is the the wolf armor cracking. So once the wolf gets back over here, I'll give it a minute to do that. We can actually see that these new black pixels are here, and that is basically showing that the armor has been damaged. There are 3 stages of this cracking, and this is the final stage. This is the lowest amount of durability that the armor will have. So to remove the wolf armor from your wolf, you just use shears, which I think is a very interesting mechanic. And then as you can see, the durability level is very, very low. I like these changes with the armadillo and wolf armor because it adds another use to shears, and then with the scutes adds another use to the brush. But anywho, speaking of the brush, if we get more scutes, we can actually repair the wolf armor on site. So the crack is an indicator of the durability, similar to iron golems, and on the spot you can heal iron golems with iron bars. Similarly, you can heal the wolf armor with more armadillo scutes. It does take quite a few, but I do definitely like that because it makes the armadillo useful beyond just the wolf armor. So obviously if you only need 1 set, you only need 6 scutes. That's not the case if you actually go about using your wolf and your wolf armor. You'll need multiple scutes to be able to repair all the time, which I think is very good game design and will encourage players to go back to the Badlands or Savannah to get some more armadillo scutes. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the wolf armor. We'll go ahead and put this back. The next changes actually involve the wolves themselves. The first of which is brand new collars. So previously the collars would just be this front layer, the front facing layer, but now they actually go to the back and on the sides. So they look properly 3D, and this is a very nice little change. With that, we also have color gradients on the collars. So as you can see, the red is lighter here. As you get down, it gets darker. And this is true for all the 16 colors of collars we have. I definitely am a big fan of this change. I think personally, the blue collar is my favorite, but I'm a little biased because blue is my favorite color. But yeah, the black definitely doesn't have that much of a gradient. This one actually looks normal. But I think the gradient is most noticeable on like white, because it does get like pretty gray toward the bottom, which I think is a nice change. And yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll show you the rest of the colors real quick. So we have green here, cyan. You can actually look at the collar itself. Blue, light blue, purple, magenta, and pink. Whoops, and pink. Surprisingly, the pink actually does look kind of good, even though I'm definitely not a pink person. But yeah, new wolf collars are here. Well, actually, we'll go ahead and keep the blue one just because I like the blue one. Yeah. So we have wolf collars, wolf armor, and now wolf variants. Believe it or not, we have more than one type of wolf finally. I definitely have been, like many others in the community, wanting this since they added variants to cats in 1.14, the Village and Pillage update. This is a long overdue thing, and we finally have it in the game now, and I'm super excited for that. So this is the original wolf that we know and love. This wolf will still exist. So in total, Mojang added 8 variants. So in total, there are 9. The standard wolf, OG wolf, has been named the Pale Wolf. This wolf variant will spawn exclusively in the taiga biome. And yeah, so if you still like that wolf design, go ahead and find a taiga biome, and you can get as many of those wolves as you like. So yeah, Pale Wolf right here. Moving on, we have the Woods Wolf. This wolf is going to be the most common wolf in the overworld. That being because of the biome it spawns in. The Woods Wolf spawns in the forest biome, and that's why this wolf and this wolf here are also the same type. I really like the design here because the back like really blends in with like oak logs right there, and I think it's just a very neat like consistency thing, and I'm definitely a big fan of it. So moving on, we have the Ashen Wolf. This is my personal favorite, especially when you put a blue collar on it. I think the Ashen Wolf looks the best with the blue, just because it already has a cooler tone, and that's because it spawns in the snowy taiga biome. So yeah, snowy taigas will have this nice like husky looking wolf, and this right here, as I mentioned, is my personal favorite design. And you'll see that there are like 3 wolves that are like right off the bat in the same general area. So we have taiga, we have snowy taiga, and these 2 are also in taiga biomes. So this is the black wolf right here. This will spawn in the old growth pine taiga biome, which actually looks exactly the same as the biome this wolf spawns in. This is the chestnut wolf, and it will spawn in the old growth spruce taiga biome. There's no real like visual difference. Maybe Mojang will go in and like, I don't know, tweak some tree generation so there's some slight difference, but more than likely probably not gonna happen. But anywho, these 2 wolf variants actually have unique spawning mechanics. So these wolves will spawn in packs, smaller packs compared to the other ones, of just 2 to 4 wolves in their respective biomes. Right here, we have the Rusted Wolf. This wolf is actually in a new biome that wolves are added to, and that being the Sparse Jungle. The Rusted Wolf will spawn in this biome in smaller groups of 2 to 4 as well. And yeah, this has a very nice orangey kind of go to brown design. I wonder what kind of color would look good with this one. Let's try brown. Oh wow, that kind of like blends in. That was kind of sweet. Let's do some of the gray. I think the gray looks nice. And just for heck's sake, let's try the blue. Man, the blue just goes to all of them. But moving on. Excuse me, we have the spotted wolf. Now I really like the look of the spotted wolf because it's kind of like a combination between like a little bit of the rusted wolf, a little bit of the black wolf, and then a little bit of the normal wolf with some of the white coming out. This wolf will also spawn in a new location for the wolves, that being the Savannah Plateau biome. And the interesting thing about that is that will still spawn in the same biome as armadillos. So if you like this design, head over to a Savannah biome and you can get yourself this wolf and get you some armadillo scutes or just a pet armadillo if that suits your fancy. But this wolf is the first wolf that will spawn in larger packs of actual of 4 to 8 wolves. So that's interesting. Larger packs are definitely cool. I really like the pack sizes. It actually adds more variety to them. So these 3, Pale, Woods, and Ashen will spawn in the regular amounts, which I believe, based on the numbers, is 4 to 6, I believe, maybe. The Black, Chestnut, and Rusted will spawn in groups of 2 to 4. And then the Spotted and the Striped, which is this one right here, will spawn in large groups of 4 to 8. So, speaking of the spotted wolf also spawns in a new location, that being the Wooded Badlands, and which is actually another biome that the armadillo will spawn in. Now, a lot of people online I've seen compare this design to hyenas, and because of their larger pack, a lot of people have correlated that to hyenas, and I think it just overall adds more life to both the Savannah and Badlands biomes, which are both biomes needing of life. But we have finally the rarest actual type of wolf. This is the snowy wolf. The reason why it is so rare because it'll actually spawn in only packs in packs of 1. So the changelog says that this is a lone wolf. So yeah, its spawning mechanic is obviously just on its own, and it'll spawn in the Grove biome, which is a snowy taiga, but on a mountain pretty much. So that's pretty much everything for 1.20.5. So a little recap: the armadillo scute, wolf armor, which will grant protection to the wolves, and can be repaired with armadillo scutes, and also be dyed. We have new collars for the wolves and biome-dependent wolf variants. Yeah, so I overall am pretty hyped for this update. It's been a long time coming, pretty much, with the wolf armor being a very highly requested feature, and wolf variants being something that I've personally wanted since 1.14, and I'm sure people have wanted probably even before that. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the video on this update overview. If you did happen to find this video helpful or enjoyed it in any way, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. More videos are to come similar to this. I'm going to be covering snapshots, and actually have been covering snapshots for the past few weeks now. So as they come out, I'll release a short on them and then release a full-length video. And then I'm going to be doing more everything videos. So once 1.21 is closer to the end of its development, there'll be everything in that update video. And then probably a couple 1.21 guide videos, just depending on what else they add. I'll definitely have a Trial Chambers raid guide video. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, again, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe, please leave a like, and comment your thoughts on this update and what you hope to see added next in the next update, or added in the rest of 1.21's development cycle. So my name is Damtao, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.